job with the
Doing
kids.
What?
With the kids. Life's tough right now.
What do you do for me?
Someone needs to be on the other side of us saying, you guys are being ridiculous.
I have to try to really fan the embers of love that must exist in both our hearts. It can't be that dead. Can we stoke the flames of this romance so that the children can drink from a more nourishing fountain of love that this couple seems to have lost?
I'm falling.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome in out of the cold and all the
I
snow.
know.
Really nice to meet you. Please take a seat. You're very brave and courageous in allowing us to invade. And there are things that we captured on tape that I'd like to show you and to discuss with you. Aliyah and Tijen, this is your life, starring both of you. Here we go.
Hello. Hi. How you guys doing?
Oh, yeah, I know what's coming. And then ignoring Dad.
I know. Hi. Hello. Who's you going to be at?
I mean, are there two families here? Dad seems to have his own family.
Welcome to my world. Now it's like, okay, now what do I do?
Delora!
I know.
Tanner! And then, oh.
Out of the room.
Who are you?
No, I don't get that. I don't even get that.
Blue, I go in this room. So we don't. What are you talking about? I said hi to you.
Did you say hi? Did she say hi? Can you roll that? Can you roll that back?
Yeah, we didn't really capture the hi.
I didn't get hi. I didn't get hi.
Tijen, I think that what you're doing is passively, aggressively, subconsciously isolating your husband as a way of showing him that in the same way that he at times shows you, I don't need you, I can't relate to you, I don't feel like talking, I don't feel like being affectionate, you're just showing him the same thing. Because I don't know if you were aware of that.
No, I didn't. That's bad. That's really bad.
You're almost deliberately excluding him. It's your way of showing I can give as good as I get. You want to isolate me? You think that you are hurt? I'm also hurt. Mm-hmm. How do you primarily see yourself in the home? Are you a wife, a woman, a mother, a homemaker, a cleaner? What are your principal roles? How do you conceive of yourself?
Honestly, mom. I'm not a woman for long after being a mom.
So you were once a woman.
I used to be a very fashionable, like in style, in shape.
You're both saying that the role of mother has supplanted the role of woman. But marriages aren't built by people shutting themselves off to one another. Marriage is for the courageous. It's for those who are prepared to open up, even though you might get hurt. But it's also very important that you become a woman again.
I sleep in the guest room.
That's insane. That's crazy.
I can't talk to anyone because they would say, why do you put up with him? I love him.
I'm showing Tijen and Ali video of how they've lost that love and feeling. A man and a woman who were once crazy about each other now find endless reasons to argue. What we're about to watch in so much of the footage is a major problem in your marriage.
Oh no, mommy's right here, mommy's right here.
I know that the baby essentially sleeps in the matrimonial bed every night. I mean, that's insane. That's crazy.
That's the other thing that that's what she wanted. I sleep in the guest room. I told her.
What kind of young, attractive married couple sleeps in two separate bedrooms? That's a sin against marriage.
I'm waiting for her. I'm waiting for.
Though.
No, it's not my choice. It's your choice to have Tanner sleep.
Let me ask you a question. Think that she loves the children more than you?
No, I don't think that. I think it's probably equal.
Does she show them more love than you?
Oh, sure. She's even admitted to it. She'll put the kids. Children come first. Children come first.
The fact that you're arguing in two separate rooms is almost an indication. It's almost a metaphor for the marriage itself. It's the ultimate comfort in your most vulnerable time. I'm not even talking about sex. I'm talking about when you're unconscious asleep, that there's a warm body next to you. We'll work on that, okay?
Okay, well, last year your parents were here. The year before that, your mother was here, and we were at another Turkish occasion, some event. Turkish events suck.
Big deal. In 8 years, you went like 3 times. Whoa. 5 times in 8 years, and you're giving me a hard time? Please. It's just not fair. And then I get back to you.
I must stop this. What's going on here? I mean, Ali, clearly you once found your wife's culture so engaging, electrifying, that you actually adopted her religion and changed your name to reflect that. Now you're saying it sucks, you want no part of it. You look at the language you're using. Your culture. Everything is yours. It's almost like you're dismissing the baby with the bathwater. And what she's hearing is not only that the culture's boring, but that she's boring, because she's a product of her culture. You were raised Jewish, and you became Muslim, which is a bit of even a taboo. You did all that because you loved your wife.
I was raised Jewish, but I was adopted.
And you loved her culture, and you thought you'd find a home in that culture.
I loved her. I didn't know anything about the culture. I didn't know anything about the religion.
You were excited about that because you thought it was inviting and warm, and you would be able to find a home finally, a place where you really fit in.
I have said countless times, let's go to the mosque. I want to be spiritual.
You know, I'm not here to delve deeply into your lives before you married. But you just said that you were adopted, and you know that's a heavy thing for a child to go through, that your birth parents have given you up almost as a stranger to another family. I think your husband really has been searching for a home ever since. Mm-hmm. And what he's saying to you is he wants to feel loved and embraced and accepted. He wants to feel like he finally has a home.
He doesn't let me in.
I wanted to ask you a question, Ali. Even as a married man who loves his wife and as a very devoted father, you seem very lonely because it sometimes looks like you're a ghost in your own home. But just imagine what that's like for your wife. You know what it's like to change your whole life for a man, to make him the center of your world, and all you want is for him to let you in, to open up, but he doesn't fully. Could you imagine the pain of that kind of rejection? It's painful to give that much love to a man and not understand why it doesn't seep in.
And also, like, I want to open him up and say, like, you're safe, you know. I feel like, what do I do wrong that he can't trust me, you know? Like, I can't talk to anyone because they would say, why do you put up with him? I love him. And I can't explain why, and I don't want to see him hurt.
You have to talk to your husband. You have every right to feel upset. You have every right to feel rejected, hurt. Tell your husband. In the same way you don't want him to assume that you don't care, you shouldn't assume that he doesn't care. You shouldn't assume that there's no one home to speak to because it's going to go in one ear and out the other. That's a rejection of him as well. Okay, let's watch a bit more.
Sometimes they argue, sometimes the screaming makes my ears so sensitive. My ears are so sensitive when they scream that makes me scared. And sometimes if you argue, you'll get divorced. That's what Mommy and Daddy said.
You have your 7-year-old daughter, this innocent, vulnerable little life that you brought into the world, saying, I get scared. Not of the boogeyman, not of a robber or a murderer. I get scared of my own parents. They frighten me.
I don't.
The greatest gift a man and a woman can give their children is the gift of loving each other. The greatest gift a father can give his daughter is to love her mother, and vice versa. There are many subjects we must discuss with our children, and there are many subjects that we dare never discuss with our children, and divorce is one of them. You must never, ever, ever mention the word divorce around your children.
I really do. It's like so hard to actually, for her to speak those words, you know. It's just that she knows those words. It's like heartbreaking. And actually, you know, she's such a sensitive, beautiful soul. I don't want to break that.
You have to sit your daughter down and you have to actually apologize to her and say you're sorry for any of the arguments. Let her know that you understand that she's been frightened. And if you two of you sit down to tell her that,